Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever or wherever you are watching. Let's get into 90 Day Fiance, Season 9, Episode 2, Home Sweet Hoax. This episode starts with Bilal and Shaeeda. Bilal says, quote, "I am successful." He literally talks like a Tyler Perry stock Atlanta businessman character. He goes to pick up Shaeeda at the airport in his service van. When she sees him, she drops her things and runs to hug him. It always bothers me when they do this in the airport because I automatically worry that someone will steal your things. But then I remember there's a whole camera crew there and it'd be really bold for you to try to steal them from a camera crew, although that did happen in Brazil. Not sure whether that was orchestrated by production or not, because that still seems really bold to steal a cell phone by machete in front of a camera crew with no mask on your face. I don't think the person had a mask on her face. Let me know if you remember that scene from Paul and Karini's story from 90 Day Fiance. When they get to the van, Shai says that this is unacceptable, and I think that they're acting. I think this whole storyline is a put on for the cameras. I'll play along like it's a real storyline though. Bilal takes Shai to his childhood home. I don't understand why the table was set in the bedroom was staged, but the sink had no faucet. They have a discussion about the house. He's annoyed that she has standards. I also don't like his intonation when he speaks to her. And I'm guessing he must not own his childhood home, because a, quote, real estate investor, if he owned a home that has been empty for 15 years, doesn't sound right. Why not fix up the property and either sell it or rent it out? Because you don't own it. She also said that he had Louis Vuitton baggage and expensive suits and watches, but takes her to this home. Bilal's ruse is actually making him look like he doesn't make good financial decisions. It actually makes you look like you're a man with Louis Vuitton luggage and red bottom shoes who lives in a house with no faucet on your sink. You know how crazy that looks? If this scenario is even real, because like I said, I think that this is a put on for the show and that they're both acting. Next, we get to Kara and Guillermo, and Kara is on her way to the Dominican Republic. And why does Kara's Spanish sound better than Mahogany's? They're joined by Kara's friend and Guillermo's brother, who all tease Guillermo about how young he is, but he wants y'all to know that he's a grown-ass man. I don't know why they're teasing him so much, especially Kara, because you're 29, he's 23, there's only 6 years in between you. You're acting like you're gonna be a sugar mama, but there's literally only 6 years in between you. You're putting 20 on 10 and it needs to stop. Anyways, Kara and Guillermo are heading to the airport and are still nervous because Guillermo has an expired passport. Guillermo does get detained for a short while, but they let him and Kara pass through because the US has an agreement with Venezuela. Next up is Jibri and Miona. Jibri takes his father's truck through the drive-through car wash and forgets to roll up the window before going through the car wash. And shout out to the attendant who didn't tell him to roll up his window either. I see what you did there. I know the job probably is boring and you have to have a little fun sometimes. So I get it. But that scene was super funny. He calls his friend David, and David warns him about, I'm trying to keep myself from calling Miona Blackfish. I want to just call her Blackfish. Anyways, David warns him about Miona. He says that she doesn't pass the vibe check, which what sticks out to me is when David said that she specifically said that she was looking for a Black American. And I thought, well, that's interesting. I wonder why. Obviously, Jibri is not too happy with his friend not being in support of his relationship. We see him getting dressed and getting ready to pick up Miona at the airport. And as he picks up his gifts, his pants rip. Which is what I was worried would happen to Bilal. You guys have to stop wearing these tight ass pants. I'm sorry, it doesn't look good. I don't know who told you guys to do this. Go a size up. Who is out here clamoring to see your ankles anyways? I've never heard a woman say, hey, did you see that guy's ankles? We don't want to see your ankles. Whoever started this fad of the super tight pants and showing your ankles, I don't like you. I'm moving on from this. Jibri is a sitcom. And like I said, his suit would have looked great 2 sizes larger and slightly tailored. Suits aren't meant to be skin tight because the fabric typically doesn't stretch. His sunglasses and his mask match his pink suit, so I can say that he does coordinate well. Miona arrives and they look happy together for now. Also, she looks white again. She does say that if they don't move to LA that she would like to go back home. Next up is Emily and Kobe. Emily is showing her sister lingerie that's 3 sizes too small for her. She literally held up a bralette that both cups together wouldn't fit one of her boobs. She goes to have dinner with her friend Sean. Sean is her bestie who she is hoping will help her determine if Kobe is the one or is full of shit. She shared with us her worries about her milk boobs leaking on him during sexy time. I didn't need that image in my head, but I'm not going to be a prude about it. I'm sure it's just a natural thing. She left the baby with her parents and is planning to stay the night at a hotel with Kobe. Emily gets ready to pick up Kobe from the airport, and she irritated my soul by putting her eyeliner on with an unsharpened pencil. It's silly and does not affect me in any way, but I just wanted her to sharpen the eyeliner pencil. Sorry, I was having a Virgo moment, don't mind me. I would have also stopped to adjust my boots. Anyways, Kobe says that he is so excited to see his son and that he almost can't breathe until he sees his son. Kara doesn't care because she just wants that eggplant at the hotel. I'm silent because I don't even know what to follow that with. That's just, it's giving that she sees him as an object. It's giving, what's that girl's name from, I don't remember which season it was, the one that told the young man, back to Jamaica you go. That's the feeling that she's giving me. He is a person and not a walking sex toy, but you know, we'll find out. We'll see later in the season how this goes. This episode, we are introduced to Yvette, who's 49 from New Mexico, and Mohamed, who's 25 from Egypt. She is a massage therapist with a 12-year-old son who has multiple special needs. She has lunch with her friends, and they really cut to the chase, which I'm sure I would too if I had 5 wine glasses in front of me. Who knows what I would say. I never drink that much wine. Maybe I'm not old enough yet. I am in my 40s. I'm getting there. But these ladies, they had 5 glasses of wine in front of each of them. Empty glasses. Maybe it was just a wine tasting. Could have just been a wine tasting and not just, let me not assume. They might have just been at a wine tasting type of restaurant and not like full 4 to 8 ounces of, really the proper amount of wine is supposed to be 4 ounces. But a lot of these restaurants don't just give you 4 ounces, they give you 8 ounces. So I'm not going to count how much liquor they drank. I'm just saying that might justify why they were asking if he knew where her clit was. That sounds like something that you might have to have a few drinks to say. Anyways, they also asked that since he is Muslim, will he be objecting to her occasional drinking? She says that he doesn't like her wearing a bikini, which doesn't make sense because she said earlier that he slid into the DMs of her bikini pic on Instagram. So Muhammad's already giving me full of shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You are a fake ass Muslim, Muhammad. You're full of shit. How are you a Muslim and you yourself post thirst trap pictures on Instagram? That doesn't seem very, what's the word I'm looking for? Modesty, yeah, you lack modesty. Yeah, I think this Mohammed may be like Danielle's Mohammed and run off to Miami and date a black girl on roller skates. So, no Ari and Benny, and I'm happy about that. I'm still not yet tired of seeing the wine get thrown in her face, which is, you know, more of judgment on me than her, I guess. But that's the end of my notes, so until next time, one love.